some serious concerns for the safety of Ms. Cavazos. And so those are the reasons why this court the bond that it did. Is that a problem for you, Mr. Medina?
Do you remember this guy that lied to the court and to his lawyer, claiming that he didn't know the victim in this case, despite the fact that the victim is his girlfriend who may or may not be pregnant with his baby? I think I would know that person if I was in his position.
He does not have any warrants. He's had no criminal record, he tells me. So with that, Your Honor, we don't know who the victim is, according to my client, the alleged victim. So I'm sure the court is going to order some form of no contact, but we don't know who that person is. So, Your Honor, we'd ask for the court to consider a personal bond or bond he can reasonably effect a post. He tells me he's been in custody for 2 days. Thank you.
Mr. Medina, you're telling this court through your attorney that you do not know who the victim is in this matter.
And she's off.
Is that what you're saying?
The one, what's that?
Oh, fuck.
Who's Yolanda?
She's a girlfriend. And the mother of my child if we're pregnant.
I'm sorry?
And possibly the mother of my child if we're pregnant.
Possibly the mother of your child if she's pregnant.
Yeah. And I could possibly be a father now.
God help the world if that's the case. So anyway, he appears back in court today, and I think he wants a bond reduction. And judge has a few choice words for him when he decides to get a little bit cheeky.
Counsel, on behalf of my client, Jose Medina, who's presently in the Wayne County Jail, and appears to be assumed, we have no objection.
All right, Mr. Medina, your name, please, for the record.
Antonio Medina.
All right, and today is a date scheduled for a pre-trial in this matter, and Mr. Medina is in the Wayne County Jail. Mr. Serrano is present in person, and
I knew I recognized this guy from somewhere. Sorry about the quick costume change there. It's the I'm a Snake guy.
Look into my eyes, Jungle Book. Look into my mogul. Look in my eyes.
sir, can you see and hear your attorney okay?
Yeah, I can see him.
And can you hear him?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
All right. And Mr. Serrano, can you see and hear Mr. Medina?
Yes, I can, Your Honor, both.
Okay.
And can you see and hear him making an absolute tit of himself in court again?
All right, and today is the date scheduled for pre-trial in this matter in council.
Your Honor, I met with the prosecuting attorney and we reviewed the file. Apparently, the victim advocate has stated that she's not been able to contact the victim. The prosecutor desires of an adjournment. We have no objection to that adjournment. I would ask the court to sign a discovery order that I've submitted as well. And we leave the court's discretion, and we'll revisit the issue of bond if the court pleases.
All right, discovery order has been signed. We will adjourn this matter to
Just for the record, Your Honor, the next time I'm available is November 30th for this court. Unless I can hear by Zoom, of course.
November 30th.
Would you like me in person, Your Honor? Or
Yes, November 30th in person
okay.
at 9:30 a.m. All right, and counsel, you wanted to address bond?
Yes, Your Honor. What I recall, the bond was 10,000, 10% bond.
10,000, 10% bond, no contact with Yolanda Cavazos, not to enter the premises of the home on, not to enter the premises at all on Davis Street, apartment or otherwise. Allowed one visit to obtain personal belongings accompanied by a police officer, not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs unless prescribed, not to possess or have access to firearms and or any weapons, and Wayne County Jail GPS tether house arrest.
All correct, Your Honor. Yes.
Those are all the conditions.
Just my client wanted me to ask the court to revisit his bond to see if it can be lowered. He's not working, Your Honor. His only income is Social Security disability. He will find somewhere else to locate, and we'd ask the court to consider that. He tells me he's not on probation or parole, and nothing pending is what he tells me. But again, I told him this is not the time to skirt the issue or quite frankly lied to his lawyer like he did last time in arraignment, saying that the person, the alleged victim, was a stranger, et cetera. I remember clearly. So I'm not going to represent him if he's going to continue to tell falsehoods to the court and or his lawyer. I wanted to make him advised of that. I will continue to represent him until that time occurs if it does.
All right, so the court, your client is charged with domestic violence in the court, based upon the issues that occurred during the arraignment with the lack of credibility of Mr. Medina.
Now, I've been around this game long enough to know that this judge does not like the whole eye rolling and all that kind of stuff. Like, if she's not like my mom, she'll very quickly roll those eyes right out my arse. My mom's got an absolutely brutal left hook.
As well as the fact that I believe Mr. Medina wasn't forthright.
You better cut that shit out really quickly there, Mr. Bean, because she's not going to stand for that shit. You're sitting there asking her to reduce your bond and you're giving it all this.
Forthright with many things. This court had concerns that your client was able to comply with court orders, and for the protection of Ms. Cavazos, that's why the court issued the order, the bond that it did, and the conditions that it did. And based upon some of the allegations that were put forth in the police report, the court has some serious concerns for the safety of Ms. Cavazos. And so those are the reasons why this court ordered the bond that it did. Is that a problem for you, Mr. Medina, for this court to state the reasons why it issued the bond? Because I'm seeing some eye rolling and some heavy head shaking.
No, no problem. No problem with nobody.
All right, and so counsel, so the court's not inclined to amend the bond or conditions.
All right, Your Honor. Then we'll see you at the next pretrial.
All right, November 30th at 9:30 a.m.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we still don't have the file back for Mr. Carter.
Awesome.
Way to go, Galaxy Brain. You just eye rolled your way straight back into prison. Good job, bud. Anyway, folks, I really hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. And if you did, make sure and hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. If you want to support the channel in other ways, consider becoming a member at Patreon or dropping a tip in the PayPal tip jar down below. Thanks, folks. Catch you in the next one. Sancha.